Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm going to be showing a few yoga poses here in this transitional space where there's a gas station. We've been driving for about 300 miles, and the front of the body tends to get very stiff. So there's a few things that we can actually do for that. So whenever we stop off for gas or something to eat, or even just if we need a little bit more space in our body, we can just take a moment and connect with that. So I'm going to use my car. You could actually do this on an airplane too. Any space that feels small too is perfectly fine because we find the space within our body today. So you can take a wall, or in this case I'm taking this side of the car, and I'm going to start to open the upper body by placing my hand firmly against the car, really pressing the inside of my hand down, lifting my arm bone up, moving the head of my arm bone back so it lifts up to create buoyancy and space on the side of the ribs. The arm bone moves back, and then the shoulder also moves down the back. And I'm turning my body the opposite way of the wall or the car. So I feel a really big stretch in the pectoral muscles. I take my head back, I draw my belly in gently, and I lift my heart up. And then I already feel that there's a difference there in my shoulders. And then I'm going to go to the other side. Again, the arm bone moves up to create buoyancy and space. The head of the arm bone moves back, and then the shoulder moves down the back. And then I'm slowly turning my body away from the wall or the object that I'm using to place my hands on. I'm still pressing my hand into the car very firmly to engage the muscles so that I'm opening with some level of engagement, strength, and tension, and not just mindlessly stretching. So that's one that you can do for the front of the body. And what tends to get tight too while we're sitting down for long periods of times, especially driving, is our psoas muscle, because we're in this position so much. So I'm going to do a little opening here in the hip flexors and in the psoas. So grabbing my one foot, I'm going to hug my knees towards each other, draw my belly in, lift my heart up. And that gives me some relief in my psoas muscle, lengthening my knee down, drawing my heart up and back. And then I'll switch sides. And then I'm breathing and really pressing down. I really need that sense of pressing down into the earth, especially if I've been in the car for a very long time. It gives me an opportunity to just feel heavy. And one last one for the glutes rather. And you can also face the car for this if you need a little bit of balance or not, but it will be there if you need it. You can lift one foot up, flexing the foot, lifting the ankle above the knee, and then sending your butt back, drawing your belly in, sending your heart forward, and flexing my feet to protect my knees, sending my heart forward, and I bend in my standing leg as much feels like I feel like I'm right on that edge but not past it. And then you can switch sides. You can be in any of these poses from anywhere to 3 to 7 breaths, whatever feels good to you. And then it's always good to end on a symmetrical pose. One of my favorite poses, but very simple pose, is Padahastasana. I just reach my arms up, clasp my fingers. This is a variation of it. Bring my arm bones back, draw my belly in, lift up. Stretch over to one side, pressing from my hips to my heels down. And then pressing to the other side, from my hips to my heels, super heavy. My heart lifts, I look up. One last symmetrical stretch up. And then already I feel completely revitalized in that short amount of time. Thank you, and this has been Bardo Yoga.